Let us start with a hard truth that every crypto veteran knows from painful experience. If all your money is in one cryptocurrency, you don't have an investment portfolio, you have a lottery ticket. And in the volatile world of crypto, that single asset can go to zero faster than you can refresh your portfolio screen. We've all seen it happen. The opposite extreme isn't much better, frantically buying 50 different meme coins because someone on Twitter said to. That's not diversification, that's collecting risk. So, what does intelligent, strategic diversification actually look like in the crypto space? It's not just about owning more than one coin. True diversification is a multi-layered shield against uncertainty. It's about spreading your exposure across different types of assets, different underlying technologies, different levels of risk, and even different investment strategies. Your goal isn't just to maximize gains in a bull market. Anyone can do that with enough leverage and luck. Your real goal is to construct a portfolio that can survive a brutal bear market, capture growth across the ecosystem, and let you sleep at night. Today, we're building that portfolio together, layer by layer. This is your actionable blueprint for crypto diversification. The foundational layer, the bedrock of any diversified crypto portfolio, is market cap diversification. Think of this as dividing your investments into large cap, mid cap, and small cap buckets, each with a distinct role. Your large cap allocation, think Bitcoin and Ethereum, is your fortress. These are the giants. They are the most established, have the highest liquidity, and are often, though not always, less volatile than the rest of the market. They represent blue chip crypto. A significant portion of your portfolio, especially if you're risk-averse or new, should be here. This is your defensive anchor. Next, your mid-cap allocation. These are projects in the top 20 to 100 by market cap. They've proven they're not fly-by-night scams, they often have working products and growing communities, and they have legitimate potential for significant growth. Think of major Layer 1 competitors, leading DeFi protocols, or established infrastructure projects. This is your growth engine. Finally, the small cap allocation. These are projects outside the top 100. This is your high-risk, high-potential reward satellite portfolio. Here, you're betting on innovation and future trends. The crucial pro tip: allocate your capital accordingly. A common starter framework for a moderate risk portfolio might be 50% in large caps, 30% in mid caps, and 20% in small caps. You adjust these percentages based on your personal risk tolerance. Never let your small cap moonshot bets become such a large percentage that losing them would devastate your overall portfolio. That's rule number 1. Now, let's get sophisticated. The second, and arguably more powerful, layer is sector and use case diversification. Crypto isn't one industry, it's a collection of disruptive industries all built on blockchain. Putting all your money into 10 different smart contract platforms isn't true diversification if the entire Layer 1 sector faces regulatory pressure or a technological setback. Your whole portfolio crashes. You need to spread across non-correlated sectors. What are the key sectors? First, store of value and payments. This is primarily Bitcoin's domain, but could include other focused assets. Then, smart contract platforms: Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, the world computers, decentralized finance DeFi. This includes lending, borrowing protocols, decentralized exchanges, yield aggregators, and insurance. Gaming and metaverse, projects building virtual worlds, play-to-earn economies, and in-game asset ownership. Infrastructure and interoperability. These are the picks and shovels projects focusing on Oracle data like Chainlink, scalability solutions, cross-chain bridges, and privacy. Real-world assets are WA, the tokenization of physical things like real estate, commodities, and bonds on-chain. And yes, even AI and data projects at the intersection of blockchain and artificial intelligence. Your mission is to have exposure to several of these sectors. If the metaverse narrative is fading but DeFi is booming, your DeFi holdings can balance out the dip. This is how you ensure you're positioned to catch the next wave, wherever it comes from in the ecosystem. Diversification isn't just about what you buy, it's also about how you invest. This is the third layer: strategy and time horizon diversification. Are you a passive holder, an active trader, or an income seeker? Your portfolio should reflect a mix of strategies. The core of your portfolio should be long-term, passive holdings, the assets you believe in for the next 5 to 10 years, which you buy and hold through the volatility, ideally using a technique called dollar cost averaging (DCA). This removes emotion from the equation. Then, you can allocate a smaller portion to more active strategies. This could include staking and yield farming to generate passive income on your existing holdings. Staking a proof-of-stake coin or providing liquidity to a reputable DeFi pool puts your assets to work. But here's a major insider secret: not all yield is created equal. AP that seems too good to be true almost always is, and comes with massive risk of impermanent loss or a smart contract exploit. Stick to the most reputable, audited protocols for this. Another strategic layer is using crypto index funds or baskets. Services like those from Index Coop allow you to buy a single token that represents a diversified basket of assets in a specific sector, e.g., a DeFi index token. This is instant, automated diversification within a niche. Finally, never forget the ultimate diversification move: taking profits. Regularly rebalancing your portfolio, selling a portion of assets that have grown beyond their target allocation and buying more of those that have underperformed forces you to buy low and sell high systematically. We must address the elephant in the room: security and counterparty risk. The fourth layer of diversification is physical and geographical diversification. Where do you hold your coins? If 100% of your crypto is on a single centralized exchange like Binance or Coinbase, you are not diversified. You are concentrated in a massive point of failure. If that exchange is hacked, faces regulatory seizure, or halts withdrawals, your entire portfolio is at risk. The golden rule is: not your keys, not your coins. A significant portion of your long-term holdings should be in your own custody, on a hardware wallet like a ledger or Trezor. This is your cold storage bunker. You can keep a smaller, trading-focused allocation on a reputable exchange for liquidity. Furthermore, consider the regulatory landscape. Don't have all your exposure tied to projects based in a single country that might pass draconian laws. Look for projects with global, decentralized development teams and user bases. This geographical diversification protects you from regional regulatory shocks. Disclaimer: the content in this video is strictly for educational and informational purposes. It is not financial advice, nor a recommendation to buy or sell any specific cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency investments are extremely volatile and high risk. You can and likely will lose money at times. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Never invest more than you can afford to lose entirely. Always conduct your own thorough research and consider consulting with a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. To bring it all together, imagine your portfolio as a pyramid. The wide, stable base is your large cap, sector diversified, long-term holdings in cold storage. The middle section is your mid-cap exposure across emerging sectors, perhaps with a portion staked for income. The very top, the smallest point, is your speculative small-cap allocation and any active trading capital. This structure balances stability, growth, and speculation. Start with your risk tolerance, define your allocation percentages for each layer, and then select assets to fill those buckets. Rebalance this portfolio quarterly or semi-annually. This disciplined, multi-layered approach transforms you from a gambler reacting to hype into a strategic allocator of capital. It won't make you immune to losses, nothing in crypto can, but it is your best defense against ruin, and your most reliable path to capturing the transformative growth of this asset class. Over the long term, if this framework gives you the confidence to build smarter, hit that like button, subscribe for more content focused on crypto strategy over speculation, and in the comments, let me know which sector: DeFi, gaming, or AI.